Hello everyone. Well, thank you for joining me on today's video. And it's going to be about, it's okay? Really? It's okay? It's going to be okay? I don't know. If you're anything like me, every day something comes up that just doesn't seem okay. And what do I mean by that? When something doesn't feel okay, it's not going the way we would prefer. But we don't think of it that way. We just think, this isn't what I want. I don't like this. And I'm reacting and pushing it away, or going through all these mental gyrations that are pretty useless because they really don't change anything except you don't feel okay. So what does feeling okay mean? Well, over the many decades that I've been on Earth, feeling okay is still a place that I prefer to be in. In other words, what is happening is happening. And of course, how I look at it and how I react to it determines how I feel about it. And I have techniques that I use every day when I don't feel okay. And I don't feel okay when I know inside, you just know I'm off, I'm irritable, I'm feeling down, I don't feel okay. So then you ask yourself, well, what am I pushing against? Well, I'm pushing against the situation that I'm in right now. I'm pushing against the reaction I had to the children, or to my husband, or to the fact there's not enough money, or whatever else is going on in the world. And there's a lot going on in the world. And I realize at that moment, okay, my feeling of pushing against it doesn't feel okay. That really just makes me feel not so good, and I'm not changing the situation. So because if you think about, you're an energy being, I'm not going to explain all that. I mean, there's enough videos out there for you to understand that we're made up of energy, and we live with quantum soup all around us, a quantum soup of energy, of creation, of different dimensions. And in that quantum soup, every day, with every moment, with every thought we're having, oh, that's scary right there, we're creating possible futures. So they're all going off into the ethers, creating, gathering together all these particles of energy to create possible futures. Now, possible futures only become the most probable future when you've got the most energy behind something that you really want. But whatever you really want, if you're to be in integrity, of course, has to be for the highest good of everyone concerned. But it's so often just doesn't flow to us the way we want because of our subconscious program. So here we have subconscious that rules like 85% of how we act, how we live, everything that creates us being here in third D alive. And yet we're not conscious of those subconscious thoughts. But even if you don't know what those thoughts are that may be tripping you up and not allowing you to create and bring in what it is you really would prefer, just these tapping techniques will begin to shift. Even if you don't know what they are, your subconscious knows, your superconscious knows, your cellular memory knows, your innate healer knows. Your conscious mind probably doesn't. It's the last to know many times. And don't believe everything you think. I learned that a long time ago. So if you're struggling with what is right now, let's see if we can undo some of that need to struggle. This will only take a few minutes. So stick with me on it if you really do want to feel better. And you're going to tap on the side of your hand and you're going to say out loud if you can, even though I resist what is, and you've got it in your head what it is, because it's not the way I want it to be. It can't be this way. It has to change. I completely accept myself anyway. And take a deep breath. Even though I'm resisting and it doesn't feel good, and I'm pushing against and it doesn't feel good, I really like to accept myself anyway. Nice deep breath. Tapping on the side of the hand here actually bypasses the program in your subconscious mind that's got you in resistance, and is the reason it's not allowing you to have the success, the happiness, whatever it is that you want. So it only lasts a certain amount of minutes, but meanwhile you can reprogram. So that's what we're doing. So one more time. Even though I've got all this resistance, I can feel it in my body. I know it in my thoughts. It doesn't feel good. And I will accept myself in spite of this resistance. Nice deep breath. Okay, now you know what it is you would prefer to have. Well, first of all, we're going to work on preferring to be okay. Just be okay within this now moment where it is. Doesn't mean we don't want it to change. Doesn't mean we're not working on it changing. Doesn't mean we're not creating, co-creating on a quantum level. It just means let's be at peace more inside of ourselves while we do that. So a tap on the top of the head. I really prefer to be okay. I would really prefer to feel okay. I would really prefer to be at peace with what is, even as I know it's not what I prefer. I would like to be at peace with it. I would like to be at peace with myself. I would like to flow more harmoniously with the energy of the universe. I would like to have more peace inside. I really choose to be okay. Because whatever is, it is in this now moment. And I would like to be at peace in this now moment, as I prefer, put it out into the universe, into the quantum soup, the vision of how and what you would prefer. If you can visualize, fantastic. And if you can't, feel it, feel it, feel it. What would it feel like to have what you want? Remember, it has to be in the highest good for everyone, not just you. And as you feel it, allow that feeling to go into the emotional body, into the cellular level. And then, here's the tricky part, release it to the universe. Just release it without attachment. If you see strings on your balloons of what you want, because you're letting them fly out there, make sure you cut those strings. No attachment to the outcome. Wow. That really is putting it out in trust. Trusting that the universe is going to bring it to you in the highest form possible for everyone concerned. And it may not come exactly in the way you're asking for it. It may come in another way. It may come in the back door. And in hindsight, you will be able to look at it and say, oh, I actually did eventually feel much better, get what I want. Have that interaction, become wiser, see more deeply and clearly, become more loving. Whatever it is, we have to, if we want to be peaceful inside, do our part and then trust the universe to bring it to us in its highest form. So every day, it's like saying, it's okay, I can have it. Understanding I don't seem to get a lot of what I want in my timing, but I know it's coming in divine timing. And I trust in divine timing. I trust completely that I'm a co-creator. And every day I'm going to work on this. Every day I do. Probably since I was born, I don't know. And here I am in my 80s, still working on co-creating to be more at peace inside, happier with myself. And you know that when you are, your energy changes, your aura changes, your whole vibration changes, and you uplift others instead of bringing them down. Focusing on what is good in your life instead of what you don't want. Focusing on the small things that you have instead of pushing against. So let's change that. Do the tapping daily or as many times as you want and say, it's okay. I surrender, it's okay. And this is what I prefer. Thank you, universe. This is important. It is done. It is done. It is done. That's putting it in the universe's hand. You've released attachment. It is done. Somewhere, in some dimension, sometime, someplace, it's already a probable future. And give it energy, give it love, and allow it to come in as the highest probable future. Thank you for joining me today. Take care. Bye-bye.